All right, we're live. I have no big like grandiose entrance today. I'm uh I'm just keeping it simple, plain and simple, simple and clean. That's a good Kingdom Hearts song. I'm not into
Oh
Kingdom
shit. So I shouldn't have brought the confetti. Damn it.
Hearts. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll cancel the confetti. I'll cancel the clown and the cake. Luckily he's dressed. Okay, I'm pulling up these jokes poorly. Anyways, let's see. Do we have anybody in the comments? Not yet. Okay, so you guys totally suck right now. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Do not put me on your burn list. Is that the correct term? A burn list?
The burn list, the blacklist. Well, I mean, it's
I
kind
don't
of.
know what kind of list.
I'm pretty sure I'm already on the blacklist. Oh, here we go. Hey, Kate. Today's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! What age are you turning? Don't tell me if you're uncomfortable. Like I totally get
No, we demand to know. You're in my. No, I'm just kidding.
it. Share if you're okay with that. Don't if you don't feel comfortable with that. I totally get it. It's gonna be like I hate telling people my real age when I like approach somebody and they approach me and they're like, "Oh, you look like this." Oh, wow, you're 18. Okay, that's
18,
good.
man, you young, bro.
I did not know
Congratulations.
that.
Welcome to the world of adulthood because it's gonna well, you're gonna have some ups and downs. Let's just say that. So I'm not gonna make it all dreadful and gloomy. Jesus. Anyway, welcome. Welcome to the party.
Yeah, taxes and driving your own car maybe or your unicycle and then getting your own job in your own place. Fuck, just go back to childhood, please. Just adulthood's overrated. It's overrated. I don't like it.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I feel a lot better, to graduate. I don't know. I can never go back to school again. Just
Same.
no.
I always have those nightmares going back into school, and I'm just like trying to figure out why the fuck have I not graduated? I graduated. I remember graduating, but now I'm suddenly back here. What the hell? Okay.
And that's crazy how stuff be like that. All right, so today we're getting to the whole topic of the collective shout, payment processors, as in Mastercard and Visa, and just creative freedom once again being targeted because think of the women and children, but yet these people, it's not even. I'm not gonna get too heavy yet because I wanna build up to it or do a preamble, as they say. My whole thing is this is nothing new, but it's getting worse. It's definitely getting worse, especially with this collective shout group, this group of middle-aged women who are very unattractive people, very nasty people, probably women who are. I'm about to stop. I'm about to get a little out there, but that's okay.
Oh boy,
Welcome,
I can't
welcome
wait.
to my show. But it's just I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with how things have been going, especially when they're targeting beautiful women. If there's anyone who hates women more, it's it's
Other
these
woman.
these disgusting women because they used to be or they never were pretty, and so therefore they had these weird grudges towards women who are towards females who are real and not real. And what I mean by not real is drawings. I mean, case in point,
Oh my god.
remember when that VTuber, what was her name, Melody, came out, and all those women were like losing their minds about Melody because she was the first VTuber, and like, bro, like, dude, you guys, like, you girls are literally losing your minds over a freaking digital mascot. Like,
Oh
what?
yeah.
I know I'm going. I know I'm reaching far back, but this ain't nothing new. Like I said, but with these groups like this, it's like a proxy war. And when I say it's a proxy war, is because there's no way in heck that these groups are somehow grassroots, and they do state it in their bio that they're grassroots, and they're able to do this and that. I'm like, you're not grassroots. You're funded. You're probably not only funded by Australia, which that's where they originate from, not only from Australia, but also from possibly these payment processors. Now, if I'm just, that may not be true, but this is what it seems like to me, because I, for one, if I would want to like do things behind the curtain, uh, and just want to give people that perspective, that aspect, like, oh, there's, they had, these are the people that were whining towards the payment processor. So therefore, the payment processor had to actually do something because they wouldn't stop their whining. When in reality, the payment processor is the one who's funding these people and telling them,
Holy
hey,
shit.
go over there, create a loud ruckus. Therefore, we can make it seem like we're not the ones who are initiating this, but you guys are. So we're responding to it. That I would do something like that. I would not like I use it for evil, but more like more like with my artists and my editor, like, hey, you guys go ahead and be the face of it or whatever. Let me be in the background, just chilling, like, okay, calling the shots. But yeah, this is a proxy war, in my opinion. A digital proxy war with people telling you, not just telling you, but telling us what we can and cannot do with our money. Meanwhile, only fiends. I can't say the actual name of the site, but only
Oh
fiends.
yeah.
They're allowed to get their money within a scheduled week or month or whatever, a scheduled time. So that's good and all. That's fine, but somehow, that doesn't sexualize women and all that. And yeah. Oh, and of course, with this collective shout group, they seem very what's the word? What's the word I'm thinking of? Like, is it misogynistic? Is it misogynistic?
What?
No. Whatever. They're very biased towards men. They are. I've seen a lot of retweets. I think I have them in my photos somewhere. I've been screenshotting a lot of things. I've been bookmarking a lot of things. So bear with me if I do forget some things. But they have, and I can't go onto their account because they privated it. So yeah, go figure. But that's why I was doing all that stuff, was screenshotting it and everything. So I can't show you the retweets, but they have these retweets where they're accusing men of being, um, let's just say, enjoyers of little girls, and they perpetuate certain types of fantasies. So yeah, this is I'm a little, I guess I'm coming in a little hot. I'm not angry, but more of I'm getting tired of just these women. Not Kate though. Kate is a fine woman. She's a
Yeah.
fine she is a fine co-host, but I'm tired of these crazy women just trying to group a lot of men together, and or women, other women at times, where these women have common sense as well, and try to group us all in and say you're the gooner, you're the problem. Oh, you're letting the patriarchy take over your mind. Oh, you just want to be a breeder, like we're in a Handmaid's Tale or something. So
What the
I mean,
fuck?
yeah, I don't get me started, because that's another thing. That was back in like January, when when again those crazy women were losing their minds over a certain presidency. But let's get into it. But first, I want to give you guys a little warmer, and I'm sorry, but not sorry. But that was my little preamble, my little ramble, and man.
Totally get
So
it.
saw this today, Professor. If you read to your kids, you're unfairly disadvantaging others.
Wait, what?
If you read to
Okay.
your kids, you're unfairly disadvantaging others, by Catherine Tip. And these are the type, and this is the reason why I bring this up, because these are the type of people who are calling us, people who like anime.
Bedtime story privilege? Bitch.
Yeah, Yeah,
Bitch?
these are the type.
Okay, let me get into this. Let me get into this. How was that being disadvantaged, unfairly disadvantaged? Oh, sorry, I blurred that up into one word, but what the hell? Like, what do you think? All these parents should collect all the kids who don't have parents who can't read to their kids because they're either pieces of shit or neglectful or any of that. Do you think they should do all that or just stop telling bedtime stories? That makes us human. Like, what the hell? Like, if I want to tell my future kid a bedtime story, I am not a parent, but I do tell stories to my dogs. And that sounded weird. I know, I know, I know, I know. But let my dogs have it, okay? So if that means I can't tell bedtime stories to my dogs, because there's probably a dog in a shelter, like, bitch, what have you been doing to. Have you been doing anything? Nothing? Nothing? Nothing. Why are we complaining about it when you can go and make a different address to it by, like, I don't know, maybe having people visit said orphanages or child care places. I don't know. It just kind of feels really stupid that you want to say it's disadvantaging others in life. Like, what? Okay, sorry. I had to say that. That just sounded really stupid. And why would you title it like that? Like, okay, this just makes you sound like an idiot. Okay, I'm done.
Well, and here's the thing. There's a saying where you're so smart that you're dumb, as in you lack common sense. But what I'm trying to say was that these are this author. I'm not saying I don't know about this lady, but she's riding the ranks of these people that are basically trying to tell us what to do, what we can and cannot do. So
Get fucked.
yeah, and this is back 10 years ago. This is literally 10 years ago. So
Okay.
bedtime
Okay.
story privilege, according to a professor at the University of Warwick in England. Yeah, look how you doing there? How you doing now, England? Anyway, parents who read to their kids should be thinking about how they're unfairly disadvantaging other people's children by doing so. No, it's called survival of the fittest, and not producing idiots in society because uh, society can't function with idiots. They can't. They have to be educated, and even if they don't know how to read, if they understand money and how money works, they'll be fine. Or better yet, they have a good work ethic. They have an actual skill. I mean, but these are the same people who would look down upon the person in McDonald's and say, "Oh, you didn't make it in life." But meanwhile, this guy, not saying he's rich or anything, but this guy could actually be putting towards stuff, sacrificing his time, putting towards stuff for his family or her family, whichever. So I mean,
Yeah.
I just I'm just saying, man, I'm just trying to keep it realistic.
Hmm.
See, hey Jonan, happy 18th birthday, Andy, and thanks. Yep, there we
Yeah.
go. All right, so
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God,
stop.
Fred. Come over here, Fred. Come over here. Get over here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stop sharing that because I'll be honest, there's some I won't say I
Fred,
got
I
some
can't tell that to
crazy.
the audience.
I don't got no
Fred.
crazy stuff, but let's just say that I don't want to reveal too much of what I got.
Okay, Fred, what do you think? Do you think it's bad that I tell you bedtime stories? Nah, you're crazy. Damn it.
Oh,
Even my dog thinks I'm crazy for telling him bedtime stories. Fuck. Okay,
It's-
anyways, what's our next topic?
well,
Stop
we're getting to
kissing
the
me.
whole. Oh, we're getting
Okay,
to the whole
Fred.
payment processor. This was a
Oh,
meme. This
so
was a
what
meme.
exactly is a payment processor? I'm a little confused-ified.
Oh, payment processor is someone who's supposed to take payments and not really tell you what you can and cannot do, what you can't buy, and all that. They just
Yeah.
they take payments. Well, this
Okay.
isn't a payment processor anymore. This is a, what can I call it, y'all? What should I even call this? Should I call this an investment dictator tyrant almost? Might as well, especially when it's especially when they're heavy hard hitting on the Japanese for some reason. But
Wait,
that's okay.
what?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
would
Oh
think
no.
for a country near you, like they would have good relations. Maybe that's just me and simplifying it in my mind, but that's just me being
Well,
dumb.
the problem is one word, anime. That's the problem. They anime, as we know, has always been seen at, well, not always, but I would say 10 years ago, maybe a little bit 15. Uh, it started being seen as problematic, and people were like, "Oh, how can you watch this when it shows this PDF file type stuff?" And
Okay.
you know how anime is. Anime is not like that at all. Yeah, sure, it has the fan service and all, but the I'm not even gonna say the normies, just the interlopers.
Yeah, the kind of people who just think they know what it means, but basically don't know what it means, and they're just kind
What?
of. It's like grabbing at straws at Okay, I'm trying to name one anime. I was gonna say My Dress Up Darling, but I was like, wait, no, no, bad example, bad example. Sorry, I've been binge watching. Okay. So it's just kind of weird to me because most of the time, most of the more popular anime, guess what? It's, aimed at kids, like Pokemon, for example. Like, that's a big one. So we can have that, I guess, but then it just kind of goes down to the list of other stuff. And then they just, like, I feel like they're grabbing straws at, like, other anime that is more focused on the elements of I would say they pick the most biggest named ones with more controversy and just go like, "Oh, remember this?" And I'm like thinking it's probably one of those animes that God, I know I'm probably saying it wrong in terms, but and they're probably like, "Oh, but this show specifically," and you're like, "Well, that's a rated R anime. Like, how would a kid even get access to watching that? Because usually, if it ever aired, it's going to be playing at a different time. And since we're in a streaming timeline here, most of the time you can pick and choose what your fucking kid watch. Fuck. Sorry, I'm just irritated because I'm like, so is this just your fault for not monitoring what your kid watches? Because that just basically sounds what it is.
Yeah, well, I've been watching this guy called named Monte Sensei. Very cool guy. I've been on, well, I haven't like personally been on his streams, but more like a uh an audience, audience member, just typing stuff and watch, anyway, being a viewer. And he brought this up where he's like, with these normies, they're only there for the action right now because Western media, as in animation, entertainment overall, is not doing well. It's not. So they're only there watching the action. They're not getting deep into the stuff because once they do go deep, that's when they start thinking, "Oh, this is what anime is really about." They're just there just to be entertained. They're not there to actually, let's just say, enjoy, actually be part of the culture, the anime culture. So it, I can see that, to be honest. I think that's a valid point that he made. And seeing what Andy says, they mainly think it's a, damn, I cannot read. They mainly think it's for sickles. That's not really the case, like you said. Jonas says probably something like Uzaki-chan, and I haven't seen Uzaki-chan, to be honest.
Me neither.
But the one I did see was one of the newer ones I have seen was I used to be a S tier hero or something like that. Now I farm. I can't remember what it was. I thought it was a cute anime though. It basically he's not like a I shouldn't say he's not like a S tier hero, but he's strong enough. But his sister is the one who's supposed to be like the main hero to save everyone basically. And so he basically kind of retires from the hero life and he becomes a farmer. And it's like it's really not a farmer, like a merchant or what. I don't know what he was. I gotta watch it again, but it was nice. But anyway, get into this. Uh, Now that angry moms in Australia discovered they can very easily censor video game markets with just 1,000 phone calls based on simplistic protect the children vibes, by this time next year, some group somewhere will do the same to ban violent video games to protect impressionable children from becoming criminals. Which we have seen that with Jack Thompson. If y'all remember who Jack Thompson is, Jack Thompson was known as the GTA lawyer, the guy always constantly going against GTA because if video games cause violence, when in reality that's a scapegoat, when we know what really constitutes towards children becoming violent aggressors, which is not a very good home life or something just traumatic happening. Either way, it kind of coincides with that, not the video games. I mean, case in point, Dazzling Kate plays Resident Evil. I'm
Oh
pretty sure
yeah,
she's been playing Resident Evil since she was
last
younger.
year.
And
Well, I started playing it main timeline wise last year, and then okay, the age I got into it was probably when I was in sixth grade,
yeah, so
sixth or
okay,
seventh grade, and that's usually the age where tweens are going to be like experimenting with what their interests are. They're going to be seeing, hey, okay, I'm going to see if I'm into this. They're probably going to play it one time, two times, and probably drop out of it because it's either too gory or the colors don't match the idea of what they had in mind to play. I mean, there's a whole bunch of options out there like of games to play during that time, because at that point I think we can comprehend what happens here and there. And usually when we seek specific storylines back then, middle school to early high school ages generally have this genre, and it usually leans into the fantasy elements and then maybe a bit of horror right there. There's a whole bunch of options you can get from a fantasy element. And then it kind of goes into the adventure aspect. Usually you can find that in there. But generally speaking, main hero goes to save girl, person, whoever, beats up monsters. That's a pretty open genre of what could be where they want to get into, whether it's horror or more fantasy based. It's a pretty open story storyline plot there, so they can pretty much determine whichever one they want to get into. That's kind of the best way I can simplify it, but I feel like I'm mainly confused you guys even more by explaining it that way. Okay, I think that's all for me because I'm confusing myself.
no, you're all right, you're fine.
Okay.
And before I get to this one, I know I'm showing it, but I was by this is by Jordan. I was at that fast approaching age of 12 when I started to see some of the adult side of anime, not too adult. Uzaki-chan is really a slice of life, but people made a big deal. Yeah, I remember that. I know about being a slice of life. I remember when people were losing, well, the normies losing their minds over it, just like Goblin Slayer, just like Goblin Slayer. Oh, how dare you add this rape scene where human character, this female human character, is being taken advantage of by monsters known as goblins? How dare you? That yeah, we're dealing with the best and brightest. But anyway, continuing on with Jonan, I was 13 when I got into Resident Evil because my friends were into it and the movies were still releasing. Man, how old was I when I got into the Paul W.S. Anderson movies? It had to be before 10. No, it was before 10. I don't remember, like 7 or 8 years old, somewhere around that timeline. No, no. It was earlier than that because I remember seeing the first one. Because the elevator scene, that was the one I remember the most when I was a kid. I guess I saw it that year actually when it came out. So dang, I've been knowing about Resident Evil for that long, huh? But get into this. Australian anti-corn group claims responsibility for Steam's new censorship rules in victory against corn sick brain rotted PDF file gamer fetishists. And things only get weirder from there. I wanna show you guys something really interesting after this because we're talking about fetishes, right? You guys are gonna see something.
Oh God, are they really going into that element of? Oh God.
Yes, Collective Shout, an Australian anti-pornography group, has claimed credit for Steam's recent removal of a large number of sexually explicit games and new stricter moderation guidelines regarding such material. In a statement to PC Gamer, Valve cited pressure from payment processors like credit card companies and PayPal, of course PayPal, for the move, while Collective Shout touted its open letter and consumer campaign targeting. Well, I didn't read all. I can't get all that, but this is, again, it's not surprising with what's going on, but I wanted to go over here because we're talking about, since they're talking about, when they say gamers, they mean men. We all understand that, right? It doesn't have to be written down. This is what they're talking about. They're talking about, no, the men want this and that, blah blah blah. And if I sound like a male feminist, that's okay. That's all right. Again,
Oh
that's
God, they really have not met the kinkier side of the coin then, because let me tell you, as a female gamer, there's a lot of interesting elements that come from being that, as well as the fact that when I have a few friends who are female into games, and let me tell you guys, it is really hard to like say, oh, this sex is the worst of the bunch, and then it's like, no, they're all the equal side, like equalness of being a pervert. Okay, they're all equal, even if it's in a difficult way to understand, which it, to them, which I gotta say, it's pretty dumb that you can't understand that most women who are into that would. Yeah, they
yeah,
really have not met
yeah,
that side.
yeah. It's not like we've seen all the monster fucker books in your local
Yeah,
Barnes and Noble and all
yep,
that, but you know. So this
that's what
is
I mean.
hmm?
That's what I mean, because it's just like, have you guys not seen that or this or that? Mm, they're not made by dudes.
And I'm pretty sure most, if not most, or if not all of them, have like some rape scenes in there or whatever, and the woman's actually enjoying it. I'm just saying. Anyway, um, so this is Elon Musk posting some, I don't know, some character AI maybe, I don't know, and this, I'm pretty sure this is a bot account or whatever. If not, I don't
Oh
care.
God.
Where it
So
says women aren't attracted to cartoons. We aren't weird, no life gooners. And
uh
so of course, so then I did this. I said three words: love in deep space.
they have not met me then. They have not met me. Because let me
Yeah.
tell you, I love animated game guys a lot more than I like people in general. That sounds pathetic, and I'm sorry if it does sound pathetic, but that's just me, okay? I'm not gonna judge you if you have a waifu or something. I'm not gonna judge. If it starts becoming concerning to the point of kidnapping someone, sure, I will judge you. No, no matter your sex, whatever is in between your legs, if you're going into that far, okay, then I will judge the hell out of you, okay?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's ridiculous.
So I remembered this game when when that lady posted. I said 3 words: love and deep space, which is a game where it's a power fan. I believe it's a power fantasy. It seems like it looks like a power fantasy for the female character to have her uh harem of men. And did I say female character? The woman, whichever. Anyway, the
Wait,
player, the
wait,
female,
harem?
yeah, like a
Damn.
female player, like yes, the
Oh no,
fair.
that's bringing me back to that one. Oh fuck. Why did you have to say harem? Now it's bringing me back to that one webtoon I. Oh god.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The jewels or whatever it was, bejeweled.
Yeah, that stupid webtoon. It's so.
Hey,
Mm,
whatever his name was, the fat guy, whatever his name was, he was the true character of that.
honestly, I would just make a comic based off someone like him just to make sure that I can make money off something. Like, not money, but like prove that that's the kind of character people want to read more about. Somebody who is relatable in that category, not somebody who's like a stuck up bitch with a stick. No, not a stick. A tree far up her ass. Wait, no, that sounds like something she'd be into. Never mind. Nothing can fix that. Nothing can fix that.
Yeah. So this is my response. I said 3 words: love and deep space, and I got screenshots where these women are thirsting over fictional men and say, "I want to lick his tattoos and his body." Oh Lord, they went. I can't read these.
Well,
Please.
don't worry, I'll read them. I'm already, I'm
All
already
right,
spoiled.
there you go.
Let me take them. Okay, just pretend it's Leon. Okay, okay, okay. I want to lick his tattoos and his body. Thirst. Oh Lord, they went. I am. What the fuck's that word mean? I am bu Silas. God, I'm disappointing people, aren't I? But I don't care. Please, my ovaries can only handle so much. Okay, that's the closest thing you'll ever get from me of like doing stupid sounding thirst. Oh, that there's more. How
There's
did they
more.
know I'm
There's
fertile?
more.
Oh shit, I'm blinded by horny. The lighting made me think his hair was gray. Ooh.
And then right after this, here's the stats of that in from April to May of 2025. Love and Deep Space has outperformed Pokemon, Honkai, Arknights, Naruto, Genshin Impact, SD and SD Gundam. It is literally number one. It was literally number one in April and May 2025.
Oh god. Oh god, that's just perfect.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry, guys, but I can't take this seriously. Like, I mean, those numbers are impressive. I just mean the fact that they're probably going to be like, well, that's not a big deal, and it's just like, bitch. Have you met my side of the community? We're
yeah,
pretty fucked up in the head somewhat, but we're not going to go out there and grab men and be like, okay, guys, let's. Oh wait, no, that no, that didn't come out wrong,
you sound
right?
like an Amazon. You sound like an Amazonian right there with that one.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Well,
let's.
James Gunn, if you need somebody to sound like an Amazonian woman, I'm right here. Just
God.
pay me in dog treats,
Oh my
specifically for
gosh.
Fred.
Oh no.
Oh God.
So
Honestly.
that, yes, that's what I had right there. I'm surprised. It is Twitter, so I'm pretty sure someone already beat me to the punch with that one, but that's okay because I mean the it's just
Maybe these
craziness.
women just need, like, maybe they felt excluded and they didn't think these things existed, and that's why they're tearing down it for the like the guys because they don't realize this shit exists for them. I'm just like, if I was if I was not aware of it and I'm this age, imagine being, I don't know, 40, 50 years old, not realizing these games exist and being like pissed off that these middle-aged guys get to do it and you can't, and then Yeah, I'd be pissed off too. Yeah, I get that. But honestly, like, I'm convinced they're closeted in of not knowing. Maybe not closet. No, no, that's a bad term. They're sheltered from not know. No, no, no. They're blind to not know. Seriously, I can't. Oh God.
So when I was just to come back to what I was talking about a little bit or hinted at with Mastercard and Visa, these payment processors having a conflict with Japan because of anime. This Japan struck back with this breaking. The Japan Fair Trade Commission has applied administrative measures under the Anti-Monopoly Act, including the commitment procedure to Visa on suspicion of violating the act. So
Oh wow.
Japan is getting tired. Japan's been dealing with this for a good few years. They're tired, so they're firing back, just like how they're firing back. They're firing back at people who are trying to uh, block their anime and all that as well. But and I honestly, I think that that's the best way to go for them. Is just okay. Don't bring it to the western uh, side of the world, because it's obvious that these
That could be
people
their
cannot
next
handle
step
it.
in doing world domination.
Well, I mean, it's just even then when I'm gonna get a little bit into just a little bit into like I wouldn't say a rant, but more into my side of this. How I see it is that even when I'm teaching myself Japanese and learning about it on the internet, their culture on the internet and everything, and I literally have flashcards to help me with the vowels, this stuff, and how to write it. You, they have this problem. Well, they have multiple problems, but they had the biggest problem right now is with the gaijins, where these tourists, these people coming in and just not really respecting the rules, and people it's getting so bad that they have a political party where they openly don't want uh these people coming over to Japan, like, at all. And it's 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 racism, but it's not the racism that the United States is known for. It's more of a racism toward because they fear these people, to the point where obviously, like, okay, if you're a foreigner, sorry, you can't have a house here, or you can't have a apartment here, you can't eat here, because just because of how these people have acted, not Japanese people, but these tourists and everything. They don't really want to respect the rules, and it's even worse when you have people who do live there, but they're not willing to assimilate. And if you go to Japan, dude, it's like you don't really want to stick out. You don't want to stick out. You just want to be. You want to just contribute to society, do what you gotta do, and there. But that's just one of the problems. And I know some people have a problem with me just saying that, just because, like, oh, well, if I well, they need to change. No, 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 no. Yeah, sure, they can change some things, but you're not gonna really change the core of their culture. It's not gonna work that way. You can have all these different types of people, and that's another thing too, is you can have all these different types of people, but in the end, there's gonna be conflict because of how these people that come from different countries, different cultures, they're not willing to be a part of this society, of that society. They're like, well, I'm gonna do my own little thing, and it's to the point now where, again, we have a political party. They have a political party. I mean, where they just don't want to deal with anyone, any foreigner, at all. So I wonder, it's gonna be real interesting. And what I mean by that is that I wouldn't be surprised if I wake up one day and they put a travel ban on like foreigners. Like, no, we're not accepting any tourists right now. We're not accepting any visas, nothing. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm not trying to make it sound like it's all doom and gloom over there. There's so many things going on over there, especially the declining birth rates. Uh, how you have to if you withdraw money from an ATM, you have to pay the bank to withdraw that money, which is crazy. uh, there's just they're technically they're advanced. They're way ahead of us to the point where I'm seeing now that they may have deleted the chromosome that causes Down syndrome, but socially they're not really ahead. They're not. And I'm not saying they're racist or anything like that. It's more of like, hey, look, you guys got to figure something out because you're having this crisis with your with the birth rate. We can't have, you can't have these families, or you're trying to incentivize people to have a family. You can't do that. It's the money's good and everything. You're the tax rates are good, but there's something at the core that's fundamentally wrong, and you don't want to change that. You're doing everything else except addressing the true issue, which we in the States we have stuff like that too. We have multiple stuff like that. So it's just interesting to look into the cultures and learn about it, everything. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a little off topic there, but it's kind of cool seeing Japan fire back at these payment processors, especially Visa. I just I can't I wait to see what the outcome of that's going to be. Now,
Oh yeah.
excuse me if I I'm been bookmarking a lot of stuff, so you're not gonna see anything crazy. I promise. At least I don't think you will. But if we do, oh well, you're gonna see it live, and you already know how I'm like, so don't act like it's gonna be a big surprise. And if you do, please make it like into a little clip where you're kind of framing like, oh, he's sexist, and then have all these crazy people talk about me, and then therefore I can utilize that momentum to like make them whine even more. Actually, that sounds good. I want to make
Uh,
them cry even more. And speaking of crying, I guess this is this look. I'm not into WNBA. I'm not into sports like that at all. I used to play it, but watching it bored the hell out of me.
oh,
And
tell me about it.
yeah, and uh Caitlin, I guess it's Caitlin Clark girl. She's like one of the best WNBA stars, and she's wearing the "I deserve NBA money." Well, look, there's a thing called supply and demand, and the WNBA is not really in high demand. You know what is in high demand? The NBA. The NBA is more in high demand. So if you're not, if there's no demand, I mean, you're not really going to be getting that NBA money. I think there's artists out there who I've seen and I have worked with that I believe should be making a lot more money than they are. But there's no demand for them to do that
Oh yeah.
because they're not, they're not known like that. So again, it's just the way how the world is. Man, I wish I was making money like Brandon Sanderson, but there's no demand for me to do what I keep on doing. I do it because I'm working up to that. So I never understood this mentality where, oh, I deserve this, I deserve that. And it's like, okay, sure, all right, if you truly deserve it, then you need to find some other way to do things, or something. You need to change things up, like how I do with my uploading, where using keywords, do my research. Oh, is this the right thing to do? Yes or no? And if I do think it if I do think it is, sometimes I fail because I thought wrong. So this is the type of wrong thinking right here, as in being entitled. I never understood.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
that I'm sorry, that I'm totally getting sidetracked. Let me get this off my bookmarks now, since I finally talked about it. But so where is it? So I did say that Collective Shout has gone and privated their stuff, their account, I mean. But I wanted to bring this to attention because, before I do that, Jonan says, anybody seen that clip where they try to enter the club claiming we're in the W? Anybody seen that clip where they tried to enter the club claiming we're in the W? Wait, what? What is that? I never seen that. I never heard of it until now.
Me
What is that?
neither.
We're in the W. Anyway, um, this is Click to Shout after their success on these payment processors, calling on these payment processors to take down, basically manhandle these game companies and stuff. They're now also targeting X, urging Elon Musk to ban all corn from the platform. And if you've seen this little category right here that says join over 40,000 supporters standing against exploitation, your voice can help us take action. Well, guess what? Our voice can help take action too with what we've done. Well, sadly, the Americans, no one else can do it except for the Europeans. But the Stop Killing Games movement, where people want longevity with online servers, and that got well over like 100,000 signatures. I think it's 100,000, if not maybe more. So that's gonna go. That's actually going to Parliament. Real. I don't know how soon, but it's going there because they actually reached its goal. So that, I mean, this is a fight. This is truly a fight of just people trying to enjoy their hobbies. We're in this great struggle where we have these. I'm trying to think of a nice word. Where we have these tyrants, these puritanical tyrants. Not even puritanical, just these tyrants trying to, again, dictate us what we can and cannot spend, what we can buy, what we can and cannot enjoy. I truly do believe if they had the power, they would really want to see what we do in the bedroom with our partners too. I truly believe it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's.
keep I believe that to that, because if they're this crazy
I
to
would
go
say
at,
more petty. Like if like some kind of kid who didn't get their way, except much worse. Because it's like, why do you need to know this information? Why?
yeah, yeah, they don't. And this is, and I'm leaning up to something else. Give me a moment, Jonan. I'm in tune with my inner misogynist. I don't know if that's a Metal Gear Rising quote. I mean reference. I'm in tune with my inner child. But W as in WNBA is what this girl said. It's kind of funny. Have I seen it? I,
Maybe.
look,
I don't know.
I don't really care about the WNBA. That's how much they bore me, and especially NBA as well. NBA, I mean, they both bore the hell out of me. I wouldn't. I never understood why a man will wear uh, a jersey with another grown man, with another man's name on the back of it. I never understood that. I always found that weird. I've
Oh
always
yeah.
found that weird. I just no, dude. That just, but some people look at me like, dude, you literally, like, you make like sexual content with yourself. I'm like, no, not really. It's not really sexual. It's just nude. That's it.
Yeah,
But
it's just kind of weird when they do that because it's like there's a difference between nudity and pornography. Like, come on, dude. Like, it's kind of like taking your kid to the beach and you're just like, oh my god, all these like weirdos are gonna attack my kid and then they're gonna invite him into this weird cult, and it's like, what? Bitch, you shouldn't. At this point, you shouldn't even have kids or like anything at this point because you're. And I'm not saying, how do I word this? Uh, I feel like with a lot of these cases, they tend to over exaggerate these specifics and just, oh, I'm just doing it for like the protection of this and that. Well, okay, that doesn't make much sense. Why are you actively seeking out that specific problem? Why are you actively seeking out to find weirdos in your neighborhood? I can get it to some degree, but like categorize yeah, categorizing. Yeah, I think I said it right this time. Specific things like just, oh, this character's nude, that means they're a weirdo. Like everyone's gonna be nude at some point. I mean, every day, you know? Like, does that make them, you know, into anything? No, you're just getting dressed. No, you're just getting a shower. How is that actively bad? Or maybe in some places the climate, the environment, weather, temperature, whatever, is hot. That shouldn't mean that character or person is looking to get down on anybody. Like, holy shit. Okay.
yeah,
That's my word there.
we're in a weird situation. Now, I pulled up this oh my gosh, hold on. I am so sorry, y'all. I pulled up this tweet by Grums. I swear, if some weirdo says, "Oh, you're a Grums fan," I'll be like, not really, but I do like his tweets sometimes. Uh, itch dot damn itch.io has confirmed that payment processors suddenly forced them to remove NSFW games from their platform. Here is what happened. They had to do this immediately, which likely means the payment processors said, fix it in 24 hours or we will never process payments for you again. This is the type of strong-handed tactics they use. Itch immediately took down all NSFW games from their pages and search engine, but the games are still there pending review. Some games will come back, others will be deleted after the review. So, the website will change. Some pages, probably specifically NSFW categories, will be gone forever. A new policy will be put into place where the game makers must content review themselves and list any content that might run afoul on payment processor terms. Again, Collect the Shout is a distraction, the group that payment processors want you to blame, but in reality, there is only one TOS in the world, and that is the one that controls payments. They have their rules, and they enforce them on everyone. And here we have damn, I cannot read that. But it says update on NSFW content July 24th, 2025. We have denied X all, I think I said that. Denied X all adult NSFW content from our browse and search pages. We understand this action is sudden and disruptive. We are truly sorry for the frustration and confusion caused by this change. Recently, we come under scrutiny from our payment process regarding the nature of some content posted on itch.io. Due to a game titled No Mercy, which and this is the game that basically these what do you
Oh,
call them,
oh.
these cry bullies, what these cry bullies complain about. It's literally about you playing as this faceless male character who does bad things to women that are chained up and whatever. Again, fantasy, power fantasy. But what did we literally just had a game. I literally just showed y'all a game called Love in Deep Space where you have freaking male characters that are chained up as well, and the female player is doing whatever to them too in a way. So I mean, that's fine. That the roles are reversed, which is, oh, this is fine because it's a female doing this to her harem. But on the male counterpart, oh, that's abuse and all this. But it's not even real. You're not even no real woman is not even a real woman in the first place. Nobody is truly getting hurt. It's literally pixels. But yet, this is the people that we're going against. These are crazy. They're delusional enough. They're so drunk with power that they're delusional enough that they would do this. But anyway, uh, due to a game titled No Mercy, which was temporarily available before being banned back in April, the organization Collective Shout launched a campaign against Steam and Itch, directing concerns to our payment processors about the nature of certain content found on both platforms. Our ability to process payments is critical for every creator on our platform to ensure that we can continue to operate and provide a marketplace for all developers. We must prioritize our relationship with our payment partners and take immediate steps towards compliance. This is a time critical moment for Itch. The situation developed rapidly, and we had to act urgently to protect the platform's core payment infrastructure. Unfortunately, this meant it was not realistic to provide creators with advice notice before making this change. We know this is not ideal, and we apologize for the abruptness of this change. We are currently conducting a comprehensive audit of content to ensure we can meet the requirements of our payment processors. Pages will remain Danedex. I don't know what that. I never heard that word before. As we complete our review, once this review is complete, we will introduce new compliance measures for NSFW pages. This will include a new step where creators must confirm that their content is allowable under the policies of the respective payment process linked to their account. Sounds like YouTube. Oh, is this safe for children to watch? Yes, no. Do you want to restrict it to people 18 years or older? This is stupid, dude. Part of this review will see some pages being permanently removed from Itch. Affected accounts will be notified via their account's email address from our support address. You can reply to that email if you have any follow-up questions. We ask for your patience and understanding as we navigate the challenge period. I'm sorry we cannot share more at this time, as we are still getting a full understanding of the situation ourselves. We will post follow-up on our blog as the situation changes. And that's from itch.io. So if you guys want to know who you're up against, question them, and then you will see who will respond in turn by trying to take your tongue away. Those are the people that will be basically running your life. The people taking away your First Amendment right legally, legal loopholes. Honestly, this might be, I wouldn't say a precursor because it's not big enough, but this might be one of the sparks that will lead to cryptocurrency becoming more normalized. And I'm not a crypto bro or anything like that. I know nothing about crypto, but when you start, I think what these banks are failing to realize and these payment processors are failing to realize is that when they're doing stuff like this and they keep doing stuff like this, people are really going to get pissed off to the point where they don't want that, and they're going to start putting they're going to start transferring their money into the crypto stuff. Therefore, they can start buying with crypto. That's what I'm thinking. I could be totally wrong. I'm not enlightened enough about crypto, but that's what I'm thinking. But it's, dealing with these power hungry people that want to be in your life, they want to know everything about you. They would try as well and they are trying to control crypto in a way. So we're really in this struggle between freedom and control. always have been. They will use stuff like, oh, it's creative. There was mock stuff from us like, oh, how can it be creative expression when you literally have a child? You know, you have a child in this and everything. It's like, dude, it's just a drawing, and it's not a child. It's just a character that happens to look young. You know, they will use tactics like that to mess with you, to mess with others, to manipulate, try to make things look bad. I mean, we've seen it before with media. The news does that regardless if you're left or right. Regardless, they manipulate it to what they want to show, what they need to show in order to, I don't know, entice you to join them or trust them enough. So this is, I mean, I don't know where they even go about with all this. Honestly, I don't. I would even, I mean, maybe someone has a better way of explaining things with this. I'm
Oh
just
my
showing you.
goodness. Okay. Sorry. Just grab Evie. Oh my goodness. It's definitely getting louder down there. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna turn off my mic for a few minutes. Oh my gosh.
It's all good. It's all good. So, so with that out of the way, with collect a shout and the payment processors, now we're going over to the EU side of things, where the EU just passed their law to restrict specific sites, and of course, the arguments they're using is, oh, to protect the women and children. Look, I'm all for people not being mistreated and being, not being exploited, and I'm all for that, because that's too crazy. For I wish that was never a thing. But then it's just, there's a fine line between protecting and then forcing. And honestly, this is why I believe that the EU is just that part of the world is just completely cowardice, because like they were just focused on things that are that can become scapegoats. Oh man, I cannot speak. Scapegoats. So check this out. I know Rule 34. All right, we can get we can get like all the jokes out, but this is interesting. The UK's age verification corn blocker is rolling out on some mainstream corn sites. Rule 34 blocked the UK entirely rather than comply, which I would too. Access restricted. Gunner TLDR. Site blocked in UK to comply with regulations. Your government is dumb. We're looking into solutions. Come to our Discord and cry about it. There is a petition here if you want to vote against it. Text you don't want to read. We regret we regret to inform you that the UK OFCOM require us to verify your age before granting access to our cartoon website. While we are deeply committed to safety and compliance, mandating ID verification for every visit to a platform hosting fictional anime content is not only impractical but also fundamentally. And I wish this guy would never would stop. Just you having one screenshot. I wish it would kind of continue on, but this is a way to, again, get into people's lives, especially with the content ID, and it's scary. This is scary. They're the, I mean, they track us enough. Imagine they track you more just because you're legally required to put an ID. And you know it's a slippery slope too, because yeah, I understand where they're going with look, kids shouldn't be on these sites at all. They shouldn't. Plain and simple. But at the same time, it's like if you're forcing this content ID, what I mean, there's so much bad that can be done with it. There's just so much bad. I'm just tired of them using this tactic. It's annoying. It's not even annoying. It's just overused. It's like, can you guys at least try something new? Get a new script. So this whole Rule 34 situation, it's not just Rule 34. It's just them having this basically forcing people to age verify with their ID is crazy. And who's to say, especially with hackers and stuff, dude, it's going to be open season for them. It's bad enough there's like how many number of hacks there are each year. It's growing. It's not slowing down. It's growing. The cyber crimes are growing. And I'm gonna show you guys this because this is leading. This is leading. What this is gonna lead. This is a good testament of what I'm talking about. Now, I just found this. I found out about this dating app or dating site. No, I don't use those, but on Twitter, where it's called, I guess it's well, not on Twitter, but the news. I mean, the news of it, I found on Twitter, but it's like this dating app called T, and it's exclusively for women to chat about whatever. But I guess it's been used as a kind of like a whisper network where the women compare and contrast the men that they've been with, been dating or been intimate with, and it's I don't know. I don't know. I think it got to the point where they're like doxing the men as well, because let's face it, bitches be crazy. It's I mean, this okay, I gotta show you guys this because I'm this is what I'm talking about right here when we're talking about the content ID and all that. Feast your eyes. The controversial women-only T app has reportedly suffered a data breach. Users from 4chan posted personal info they found through an exposed database. Okay, right? This is what I'm talking about. Now this is where you're gonna start getting This is where it's gonna start getting crazy. The T app just had a major data breach. Millions of selfies and driver's licenses were leaked by a mysterious hacker. Which, for those who don't know what a driver's license is, that contains your height, your eye color, your address, your full name, everything. So, yeah, content ID, huh? Uh, T is a women-only app where nearly 2 million users anonymously share info and expose men is currently the number one app. It's a whisper network. That's what it is. It's a whisper network. But yet, if men were to have this, oh, you're horrible. How could you? How dare you? You can't be doing this. This is illegal. Anyway, the unfiltered selfies of women who signed. I'm not trying to show all that. The unfiltered selfies of women who signed up to use the man doxing app. Oh, right. Okay, so I was right. Okay, use the man doxing app T have leaked on 4chan after a data breach. The T app that women are using to dunk on men was hacked, and all their pictures and information were leaked. Most of them are fat and ugly, which again I'm not surprised is that. Oh, and I found this little meme where the UK is going to using VPN, and they're changing like, okay, changing location. And then this is even more crazier with the T app. This is where the majority of them are at, United States. So, and here's the guy saying, I made a map of the roasties. Enjoy. This is everybody right here. All the T app users. And no, I'm not doxing anyone. I'm not showing their personal information. This is, I got it from the public. I'm literally on X. I got it on here. So I'm not doing anything criminal. Just to let everyone know and YouTube know. So content ID, huh? Making sure that that age verification. Well, age verification is different, but showing like your license and everything, and yeah, look how that's doing. And you know, I believe that the women who were doxing these men rightfully deserve it, but 2 million users, that's not. There's no way in heck all of them were doing that. Maybe yeah, maybe they were talking crap about the men that they were dating. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But to the point where they're gonna openly expose like where you live and all that. Honestly, I think, and I'm sorry, I think they do. I think that's karma right there. But yeah, man, what a mess, dude. This is stuff I'm afraid about. I'm afraid of.
Oh
Just
yeah.
just stuff like that where it's like, oh, we require your license to prove. Like even on Discord, there were some servers I wanted to join, but they're like, oh, you can't access this feature if you don't show your ID. Your ID. I'm like, I'm not showing you my damn ID, especially on Discord. No, you lost your fucking mind if you think I'm gonna do that. No, you can fuck off with that. Actually, I'll fuck off. I don't want to be on your server anymore. Oh man, but I just want to give you all a little refresher now. Something that's easy on the eyes and takes me to a good time. Oh man, let me show you guys something cool. Let me show you guys this. This was the fun days back then, man. The era I grew up in. And yeah, probably people are trying to tell me like, "Oh, you're old," but like I'm not even 30, dude. I'm not even 30. But anyway, let me show you guys something. I missed this. I missed this time. This time was so cool. Oh wait. Do I? Let me stop this screen. Let me stop this screen for a bit. Let me present it to you guys because we're gonna hear this. I might get a copyright strike. I don't know. Oh no, yeah, I can't play that. But look at this, dude. Look at the attitude of the 2000s, man. Look at this. I miss it.
Oh yeah.
I miss those days. Kate, you were born like 98, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
All right, so yeah, you and I, yeah, we're both the same age then.
Oh.
Man, I missed it. Oh, it replayed. I'm sorry. Never mind. It don't care. It don't matter to me. Dude, so miss this. I want to go back. I want to go back to the 2000s. If there's like not generation. There was a time period I want to go back to 2000s, if not 2000s, 2010s, early 2010s, because early 2010s had a lot of promise. Then everything just kind of went crazy in 2016, 2015, maybe.
I think that's when everything just started to take a turn for the worst, and it's like, oh shit. Because I remember those years, and well, that year specifically, because I think that's when it got to peak of the bullshit. Like, I cannot go online without having people still talking about issues from back then, and it's like, holy shit, what have we done?
Yeah, we definitely regressed, but at the same time, though, we we've exposed so many things that people thought were conspiracy theories to the point where, like, dude,
Oh shit.
it may sound wild, but it's actually true. So I mean,
Ah,
we're in this these interesting times of revelation. Man, I missed
yeah,
that.
it's just, I don't know what I miss more from the 2000s. Probably the fact that back when I was a kid, like, Cartoon Network always had that, like, Friday night, like every Friday night would be a new cartoon. It would be like worth celebrating and just relaxing and watching television without having to worry about all this other bullshit that we now have to worry about. And then it's like, I just want to chillax, drink something, and just watch television. Is that too much to ask for? uh,
Yeah, I I know a lot of people, especially around our age, are saying like, "Oh, the boomers took this from us and this and that." I'm like, look, man, that might. I think that's true. I think there's parts of it that are true, but at the same time, I don't think it's entirely the the boomer babies' fault. I think I think it's just the people who are, and I'm not trying to say all the elites are controlling. I think it's just people who just want to dictate everything. They want to have control of everything,
oh yeah.
regardless if it's the elites or not, dude. It's just things are just getting worse. And I'm not trying to sound like black pilled or anything, because I do have hope. I do have hope that there's, even when it storms and it rains and it pours and everything, there's still gonna be light. Doesn't matter if it's small or big. There's still gonna be light. So, and usually with that light, there's a lasting impact. There is. So, man, I, I don't know how to articulate what I'm trying to say. Is that, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that there will be better days. There will be. Just gotta make the most of it. I know, easier
Oh,
said
I
than
think
done.
I know what you mean. I think you're just basically saying there's gonna always be something for somebody to complain about. At the end of the day, there's just gonna always be that one. Like, I feel like it's heightened up to be like, I want to say maybe, yeah, that's a lot actually. That is a lot percent. Like, I want to say less than 20%, and they're the ones that scream the loudest, and they're always just wanting to like talk about the bullshit, like in the most annoying, negatively thinking way. Instead of improving from it, they just take it to heart and just like they dwell on it. Like, and it just grows and grows into this bigger thing. I guess I'm just basically saying they turn ant hills into mountains. That's the sum of it. And
Yeah,
then it just kind of impacts you because then you start seeing it.
yeah, it's. I mean, not trying to sound like a male feminist or anything, but there are women already, and I guess it's not even just that. I think it's been that's I think that's always been a thing ever since Adam and Eve. But where where now you got these women who are saying like, oh, we're all the good men. Why don't we? Why don't they want to date us and everything? And it's like, bro, there's always something. People are always complaining about stuff. I find myself complaining about things too. I mean, I complain. I literally complained about stuff on this stream, not even 5 minutes ago. I just I find it as a weird, complex human nature almost. Like we do this. I don't know why, but it's sometimes some just acknowledging that these we have these flaws and everything. It's just I don't know. It's humbling almost. Yeah, I can't. I'm doing my best to like explain what I'm trying to say, and it's just I'm just having that moment where it's like, okay, it's not clicking. But before I get into more of that, Jonas says, remember There for Tomorrow from Ben 10 Alien Swarm? That's a classic. I don't remember that. I stopped watching Ben 10 Alien Swarm, huh? I don't remember Alien Swarm. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Hang on, is it classic Ben 10?
I think it's. I gotta double check. Now you got me curious.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I barely remember this one. The film. The live action film. The
Oh,
Yeah, not the first one, the second one. Yeah, I
yeah.
barely remember that one. That's a classic. It is a classic. 2009? Oh my gosh. 2009? That was a good year, man. I mean, sort of kind of, we did have the housing crisis and everything, the recession. Yeah. Yeah, but entertainment wise, things were still good.
Oh my god.
Flash animation. Old times. Yeah, definitely old times. We gotta have this attitude back. We gotta have this. But it's crazy to think too that the people who were bringing this entertainment to us, they're like, it seems like a majority of them are compromised with weakness or stupidity. Where like they're apologetic of like, oh, I meant
Oh
this
yeah.
like I made this like 20 years ago, and I I realized now that it was very you know, I don't know, ableist, sexist, all that jazz. So I don't. I just, mm, it's kind of bittersweet when you realize that you know it's made by a person who just doesn't want to leave. I don't know, dude. Look at this, man. Wow, it's like life flashing before my eyes.
Oh yes. It's just crazy. Oh god, I wish I could just. I have those dreams sometimes where like where you're back in that specific place or time, and you're just kind of like, oh, I have another chance to do this. Let's redo it. Like, let's make things right. Let's make me a billionaire. Oh god, and then you wake up and you're fucking pissed off, and you're like, oh shit, I'm not actually gonna get that money.
I just, yeah, I caught myself dozing off. I think it was this week, like earlier this week. I caught myself dozing off one time, and I'm just thinking like it was 2013 over again. I'm like, man, 2013. Can't wait to play Call of Duty Ghosts, and I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm like, I open my eyes. I'm like looking around, like, oh my gosh, I'm in 2025. I legit had that thought. I'm like, oh, I felt so disappointed. Oh man, we're getting too old. Getting, I'm It's crazy to think that I'm near my 30s, and thought thinking life would play out a one way, but it chose another. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm in a bad. I'm not saying I'm in a bad circumstance at all. No, not at all. I'm not in a bad circumstance. It's just, dude, it's just going with it. It's natural, you know. Uh, let's actually check something out. I wonder if we can. Wonder if I can find something that'd be pretty cool. I think I've been liking a lot of things. I know I said that multiple times the stream, but I y'all have seen it. But y'all have seen it. What I've been doing. Apparently, we're gonna get a solar eclipse in 2027, where the whole world will go dark for 6 minutes on August 2nd. So, what do you think about that, Kate?
If the world starts ending, I will. Wait, no, that's a bad idea. That would sound illegal. Damn it. I don't know. I'm usually not into the whole spacey stuff, and then I start thinking of stuff, and then I start getting depressed, and then I just like kind of lay in bed, and I'm like, oh shit, this is my existence. Damn it.
I also I found this thing. I found this compilation. I don't know if you've seen like the Jeffrey Epstein uh like Jeffrey Epstein video they released where, like, oh, did someone actually go in there and kill him and everything? And so people made this AI version of it where have all these people coming.
Come on, show me what you got.
Oh, Dante and Virgil. I never got that part. Dark Souls. Lord of Metal Gear.
Oh no.
For the Emperor! These bolts gone! Gentlemen, I never really was on your side. Hasta la vista, baby. All right, Ramblers, let's get rambling. Shall I give you despair? That's raw.
Dr. Doom. If you don't know that one, that was what was that game? Damn it! It was on the tip of my tongue. Darn it! But I have it. I literally have Serious Sam. That was an enemy type from Serious Sam, and they're like literally like these headless guys running with these two bombs at you, and they're screaming, screaming to you like that. I don't know if a lot of people knew that one, but Legend of Zelda. That's the best one right here.
Exercise caution when aggravating words are
Yeah, that's Yes, I found that. I had to bookmark that one. That one was just pure. Just I don't know if I don't know if I should show this one though. So there's this anime, borderline hentai. I was amazed by like how quickly things escalated. I okay. I know I'm sound weird here, but like I wasn't expecting it at all. Like even it took me by surprise. I'm gonna show a little bit of it. I'm gonna show a little bit, but that's it. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even going to like let you guys hear what it's saying. But I agree. I agree with this guy. What the f am I watching? Like this was full on happening, and then like yeah, let's just say it kind of got like I was like, what is this? I'm like this is what I'm like this is the anime. This is not considered you know hentai. Like dude, they weren't showing. They were showing stuff, but they weren't showing all of it. If that makes sense. Like it was too well. It was like well placed, censored, but at the same time, it's like, bro, how 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 can you just? But that's the I think that's the class president right there, and what I've seen from it is like I guess the guy, where is he at? Where's he at? Right here, this guy right here. I think that's him. I think that's the main guy. Where he's like trying to keep his virginity or whatever. It is. Oh, this is what I've heard. I haven't looked into it this much, but I was like, dude, this is like the opposite of Shimonetta. And if you guys don't know what Shimonetta is, it's basically uh where in a world where in Japan, basically that anything sexual or just risque is like immediately erased from reality. And things are so censored that like some of the high schoolers are like get into predicaments where they like like the smallest of things will just overstimulate them, if you catch my drift. But this is like the whole opposite. Like they're just like they're openly embracing like, oh yeah, we're just gonna be intimate right in the classroom or out in public. And I'm just like, dude, what the hell is this type of anime? This ain't nothing new. I never like this. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am surprised by like, bro, I was not expecting this. I thought it was just like, I just thought like it was like something. Just, I mean, it's crazy. I don't get me wrong. I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, some weird like, oh, this guy's gonna go on a killing spree, whatever, But then it's just not. I'm like, no, I genuinely agree with this guy. Like, what the f am I watching? So I can't show too much. I cannot show too much. But yeah, if you guys want to find this video, uh, here it is. All you have to do is just literally copy what this guy just put in his post, and you'll find it. And you will see what I saw and what everyone else saw. Kate,
Yeah.
you gotta back me up here, because I know some people are gonna be like looking at me like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? And the question is not a lot, but there are some things. But I had to bookmark that one because I couldn't believe it was just that one. Like I can't. Like no, there's no way. There's no way I'm gonna lose this somehow. I have to show people this. Like this is a real thing. So yes, you guys saw that. I've validated myself in a way by showing you guys on this stream that a little piece of that before it escalated any further. But you saw subtitles on there, and yeah, they're really gonna get right down to it. Let's just say. Kate, is there any thing you have. Oh wait. This one might get me in trouble. This one might get me in trouble, but that's okay. I don't know if you can hear the. Can you hear the volume?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're excused. And that's your bra.
Yeah, that one might give me a little bit of trouble right there. But that's George Floyd and Derek Chauvin, and people. I don't know where that scene is actually from, like what it's referencing from, but I just found that pretty hilarious.
I think I know where it's from, but I have no idea what the. I think it was a movie. I can't remember. My brain's like off and on.
What else do I have in my likes, other than the usual? I thought this was pretty cool. This guy is actually pretty flawless with it, which is insane. All right, check this out.
Perfect.
Looks like your type of man, Kate.
I mean, you are right in the way of body movement. I mean, do you remember that one scene from Resident Evil 4's remake where Leon basically jumps backwards?
Oh, here we go. You and that Leon.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna spare you guys the trouble of hearing me ramble about Leon, so I'm not gonna go into that.
Yeah, please, because I've heard it multiple times, and it's entertaining. I will say that it's quite entertaining. Oh,
Very
my gosh.
true, very true. Ah, goodness, though. We really. Fred, was
What's
that
up?
you?
What? Some of the dogs?
Seems
Oh.
like it.
Uh-oh.
They're just staring at a box.
A box?
It's like this, like, storage container, and they're just like staring at it because I was like wiggling it because I wanted to see if something in it was in there.
Yeah.
Something like a mouse. Because usually they'll jump right in there and then get stuck, and I'm like, oh no, I don't need that. No. Why are you so dumb?
They're not cats.
You're telling me even the cats in my house, they don't do anything. They just like invite them in. The cats outside though, they kick ass. They're annoying, but they kick ass.
Okay. That does it. I mean, that's cats for you.
Yeah. So what's our next subject of discussion?
Well, seeing that I'm on a platform that would heavily censor me and reprimand me for showing certain types of things on here, even though I think that's pretty stupid because they allow a gay couple to do a certain action to test if the other male can tell if it's a penis or not. You know?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't know about that one?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a video on YouTube that's still up there where there's two gay dudes, and the one gay dude who's the bottom is they're playing a game with he can tell if it's a penis or not being inserted inside him.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Oh
that's
yeah.
really that's. I'm speechless.
Yeah. And you wonder why. You wonder why I wonder why I don't just, I find this stuff really stupid. I think this one's pretty funny actually right here. I, I'm sorry. I promise you guys, I don't really show a lot of stupid stuff. I don't. It's just, that meme was pretty funny. I will say that. I wasn't expecting that entrance. But I could totally see it. So what you got on the horizon, Kate?
Not much of anything, to be honest. I'm just trying to figure out what to like work on next. I'm just figuring that out because I'm just like, the last thing I need to do is a long-term project, because I got a lot of long-term projects that have never been completed, and I'm not too sure they ever will, because my self-confidence in those projects, like, I'm so confident in a lot of them, but I'm just not confident enough to actually be like approaching artists and other writers like, hey buddy, you want to like work on this with me? You want to work on this with me? I'll pay ya. I'll pay ya. Not that much. I'm sorry. I'll come back to you when I actually have a shit ton of cash. Bye. Bye. So yeah, that's my confidence level right now. I'm just like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work for me right now. So I'll just kind of dabble around with like quick stories to kind of get my mind off things, and maybe, just maybe one day I'll be recognized for that. But I'm not too sure. Other than that, I've been mostly preparing to play Resident Evil 7 again, and a lot of other stuff, trying to figure out new ideas for drawings for that category of Resident Evil fan art. Because, oh my god, I've been overwhelmed with that recently.
Yeah, man, we're on. Can't believe we're on 7. You've been chugging along. I remember when you were just playing Code Veronica.
It was like last fall. It'll be like its anniversary in about like 3 months. By that point, I should be through 8, and then maybe I'll do a whole challenge for myself to like go through the other stuff, because I can imagine doing a whole month's challenge of beating all 8 games before the release of 9. I could probably think of doing that.
Oh yeah, nine is next year, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah, in
next year.
February.
February. Oh my gosh.
That's like only about 7 months away.
I know, but February.
Yeah, I think it's February. It's either January or February, if my memory serves me right. If not, then I've entered the territory of old lady.
uh, yeah, that's. Oh man, I don't know. That's I feel old at times. I do, seeing all the stuff that you've
Eh,
seen.
Yeah, at least you don't have a reminder from like your mom being all like, "Hey, when are you gonna go get a man? When are you gonna like make sure that your eggs don't die out and you're not gonna continue the family bloodline?" That kind of bullshit. Like, I mostly get that from my mom, and it's like, I have not found a reasonable man. And honestly, I probably never will. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible for me to get a date, but I think it's in the slim side of getting a date. I don't have high standards. All I'm just asking for is like at least a little, I don't know, like what's the word? Understanding that it's a two-way street. I think that's what I'm working
Yeah,
at.
if we're not Leon S. Kennedy, there's a no go. Gotcha.
Dude, if there was, tossing myself. Tossing myself. Here's a list of things you can do to me, and the list may be long. I'm joking, guys.
No,
I'm
no.
not that crazy. I'm not gonna.
I think there's a hint of truth there. I think there's a hint of
There's a
truth.
small list, okay? There's a small list. No, honestly, it's just it's probably something like in the idea of everyone always thinking, "Oh, is she that bad?" And I'm like, It's not even that bad. Like hell, it's not even like, oh fuck, I should not go that far. What am I doing saying that shit? Oh my god,
Oh
I'm
no.
not gonna tell you
Yeah, I
guys.
would say if you're debating with yourself, don't do it.
I'm just like, thing is, it's not even all that inappropriate. Damn,
Don't
I
do it.
must be the worst thinker of what would I do first with Leon.
Oh god. All right. Yep, we're getting that territory. All right. All right.
Okay, so what's next for our topic? I know we're getting into uncomfortable territory.
Not uncomfortable. It's not really uncomfortable for me. Maybe it's in some audiences, but I've speaking of uncomfortable, I kind of okay. So I came across this game. Actually, well, yeah.
Is it a game? Is it not a game?
No, it's a game.
Okay.
It's a very interesting game to the point where it's blown me away, and it's one of the very few games I actually enjoy. Like like fully enjoy. Like I've been on it all day type of enjoy.
Ooh, what is
And
it?
okay, so hear me out. It's gonna get bad. You know you're gonna be in some deep stuff if you hear that.
I've seen worse. Come at
Hey, so
me.
what are we talking about? Oh, you about to be talking about something. Don't you worry. We're gonna be talking about this thing that it's this game called Ravager, right? It's this game
What?
it's this game called Ravager.
Oh, yeah.
And I kid you not, between the demo, because I played the demo first, and then I got the full game, which was on sale for like $9, I think. And it's like a $19 game, I believe. I put like over 24 hours maybe on the first day, maybe. So I've been on it for quite a while. And it's a dark fantasy RPG where you play as a dragon, like a legit dragon. And at first, and how I should give you backstory. I
Yeah.
came across this game because a friend and I were just like looking at games, right? Then I was like, dude, let's look at the NSFW section of games. So we were looking at, we're making fun of it, like all these these food games and all that. And then we saw this one. I saw this one called Ravager. I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool actually. So I went to it. We were watching like the trailer for it and everything. Can't show you the trailer because it's pretty explicit. And I was like, well, yeah, the girls are.
Oh, okay. It's one of those games.
Well, it's one of those games. All right. It's one of those games. but it's crazy because
Oh, okay. I was just like reading it. I was just like, oh, it's got like role playing, it's adventure, it's a porn rock. Oh, okay,
yeah, no,
got it, bro.
it's a hentai game. Don't get me wrong, it's a hentai game. But like I was like, but I'm very picky. I'm very picky with like RPG games. Like, oh, I was like, is it really RPG or are you just saying that
Oh,
just to
understandable.
say it? And so I was that's why I played a demo of it. Dude, that demo took me like 9 hours. 9 hours. A demo. And I was exploring like all the different types, well, as much as I could, all the different types of options. And I'm like,
And
holy cow, this is the demo. I gotta get the actual game. So when I got the game, it actually transferred my save data onto it actually transferred my save data from the demo, and I was like, okay, cool. So I got all these. You should see my list of saves, dude. I'm on like 3 pages now because I got different, and I'm like renaming them like different routes and stuff before I can go back and try them out. And so I'm like, okay, got this, got that, and these characters, I thought it was like I thought it'd be like at least like this kind of furry. Well, it's not even furry. It's like what do they call this? The people who like the reptilian stuff. Scaly, yeah, the scalies. And I'm just like, no, but I'm like, dude, I'm actually liking this because it's like it's very immersive. You don't even think of yourself as a dragon, and that's really good. That's really good. You don't, not really. Well, I don't. I just think of myself as like this Game of Thrones type lord of like stuff. So and the harem that you acquire, it doesn't really have to be a harem. It could literally just they can literally just be your friends. They could literally be your friends, or they could be your enemies, or they could be your captives. Really, and you could actually capture them. It's like there's so many ways you can go about it, or you can have one of them be your queen or two of them be your queens, because there's different, like there's a certain scenario with these sisters. Yeah, it kind of gets into that territory. Let's just say that they're in there, but it plays into the tropes too of, like, for example, like the cat girls are thieves. Which I was like, okay, that's a funny. I like the tropes. The tropes are very on the nose about things, but the character development can be quite surprising. And for one, okay, bear with me, Kate, because I'm about to get a little, and audience, bear with me because I'm about to get a little out there. But I'm testing when it comes to RPG games, and I'm testing out everything I can. I'm doing almost everything that I can, right? So
yeah.
there, there's this moment where it's like a Game of Thrones moment where you're with these, where you just escape, and you literally just escape with your life, because that's how it begins. You literally wake up inside the egg. You claw yourself out of the egg, and this woman named Princess Adeline or whatever, she's the one holding you, and you're basically, you two are basically destined to be with each other in a way. So you 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 and her are like going to confront her brother, who like basically stole the throne in a way. And it gives you like these checks, like you could like you can like run away, or you can rip the guy's arm off or whatever, right? And so the voice acting is kind of good here and there, but once you escape from your city, because her brother's trying to kill you or have you get killed, because you pose a very grave threat to him, because you're kind of like the last dragon. You On your adventure of like trying to make yourself a new den and everything, you can go wherever you want. and you can trigger certain types of events out of order, anything, right? And I came across these cat girls that are sisters, and obviously these are the thieves, and they're talking about, oh, we're gonna steal from this high elf, almost basically called the Quisitrix or whatever. And I'm learning about this. I'm learning about the lore of her a little bit, and we actually make it into her little area. But my thing is that my thing is that I had to do is I had to keep her distracted because she's interested. She's go figure. She's interested in dragons, right? But not in the way that you think. And while her and I are talking, I noticed that the options I'm like being presented with is like they're very out of character. And so I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why do I have to choose this? And then I started figuring out like, oh my god, this character is like mind controlling me almost to have me say certain things. So I started figuring it out. I'm like, oh man. So I'm like, I'm trying like I'm testing out different routes. I'm saving my stuff for I could go back and everything. And I was able to like, say something like really corny to her to kind of like at least break the trance almost, but also enough to like the cat girls can actually like get what they're stealing from her, and they went and knocked her out. And that's how I captured her. So bring her back to the den and everything, and like it's to the point where I'm afraid to even like let her go because she's that powerful enough to like basically almost mind control me or anyone. So once I think I leveled up a little bit enough, I'm able to go back to her, and I'm presented with the options of take off her blindfold or ungag her, or do unwarranted things to her. So I take off the blindfold, and oh my god, dude, she doesn't even have to say anything, and I'm already like entranced to the point where I got led to an end where I kill all my people, basically. Then I like, okay, then I gagged her and see what if I could try something else, and they basically led me to the same outcome. Now this is the part where it gets interesting, where you uh force my way with her, right? And it's like, okay, that happens and everything, and she wasn't like scared or anything by the next time, but there was like, it kind of like hinted towards something happening, right? And once the third time, I was going this route, the Inquisitrix route, and next thing you know, she's pregnant, and I'm like, whoa, what the, what's going on here? And she's talking about, I'm such a failure because she's saying like, I'm such a failure for allowing this to even happen because now we have a calamity on our hand. I'm like, what the heck's a calamity? What are you talking about? And it gets deep into the lore where like dragons and elves cannot mate because they create this race called the Nagas, which is half, the half snake woman basically, where they're viewed as, where they're not even viewed, they're like they're literally like demigoddesses. And it was, it's so bad that the last time that happened was that it was called the Great Calamity, where even like the people who were like reporting on it, doing the history of it and everything, like what was happening, all that wasn't even could even be trusted because of how long ago it was. So eventually, like, there's this route, these different routes I could take. I could still be cruel to her. I could show empathy, or I could be neutral. And I showed the more empathy and all that. So that was a route that became even more interesting for her, where it wasn't like she was what's the word I'm think what's the thing where where the the victim becomes where the victim starts falling in love with the victimizer. What's it called? I can't think of what it's called. But it wasn't to that degree. It wasn't. It was like it was she was very self-conscious. This character was very self-conscious about what's going on, and how nervous she was about things, but she had a strong hope and stuff like that. Now, there's also this mechanic where you have to sleep, or you can go and take baths, and they serve their functions well. Now, with the sleeping part, I mean, I love the sleeping segment, because you sometimes they gave you these dreams, and one of these dreams it is not really important to the story, but it's a funny one where you're literally like in a dating, not a dating sim, but you're like you're kind of like in those kind of like those Doki Doki Literature Clubs simulations almost. And so it was it was a meme. It was a play on that, but it was so funny. But anyway, I digress. There's this dream where I'm having this dream, and I come across this lady right here, this character right here, and I'm like, Stockholm syndrome. Thank you, Stockholm syndrome. And I'm like, oh wow, that's the Naga, right? And so I'm like, is this like, I'm thinking like, is this the Naga from like the past or whatever, and like somehow still alive? She's in my freaking dream. She's in my dream, and I'm not even presented with much choices. It's showing how strong this character is, where I can't really resist much, because there's the only outcome is that either I'm forced into mating with her, or I willingly go ahead with it. And so while we're having this lore dump almost, but within a specific scene or scenes, it comes out that that's my child right there. And I know, again, I'm getting out there, but I was like, dude, what the F is this, this thing? It's so, like, it's not even fully developed in the womb, and it's able to intrude in my dreams. So, and it's already talking about, and it's showing a electro type of possession over the father. So I'm thinking, and I'm gonna test out more of the of the choices, but I'm going the good route with the Inquisitrix, and I believe that if I were to go through the bad route, I'm pretty sure the Inquisitrix would have died during birth, but she gave birth to the daughter, and is comes out as a snake, and everything's fine. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna have to prevent this type of ordeal where she becomes the second great calamity, and teaching her right, her I and the elf are teaching her right as much as we can, disciplining her and stuff like that, while I'm growing my my allies to go ahead and take control, not take control, but take back the throne. And there's this point where it's almost towards the final battle of the first half of the game, and she's grown like a woman, snake woman. She's not a snake girl, she's a snake woman now. And she just, you can tell, dude, like she's already kind of like making the advances towards me. And I'm just like, and she did this in front of her mother too, where it's like, okay, I'm becoming concerned, and she's become, and the elf is becoming concerned as well, but it's not to a dangerous degree because she's also mischievous. And so, you know, she wanted to join us. She wanted to not join us, but join me in battle. And I'm like, no, that's not a good idea. So I let her, like, hey, you need to be with your mother and everything. So while I go off to battle and I win the battle and everything, and I reunite with Princess Adeline, the moon blinks out, and in its place is a snake eye for a moment. Everyone sees it, and then the moon comes right back. Everyone and their mother knew what that meant. We're like, oh shit, we're gonna have a great calamity part 2. So that's when I started this, and this is kind of like going to the Game of Thrones as type stuff too, where it's like, okay, Princess Adeline wasn't really upset with me or anything because I'm a freaking dragon, and I guess it's known in my race that, like, the dragon race, like, okay, we're bound to have multiple maidens and all that stuff, but we have that one main girl, basically the queen, which would, and we were talking, and I told her, like, look, I have a daughter, and she's like, yeah, I know you do, because we all saw the moon blink out and all that, so that means you were with an elf. Now I have multiple elves in my as my allies. I got the Inquisitrix, I got this elf witch, but she's not really an ally yet. She hates the dragons. And I also have this elf assassin, which she hates dragons, but she was hard to obtain, because if I did anything wrong or I wasn't prepared enough, even if I did defeat her in battle, she would upright and kill herself. And that would lock me out of, like, having her as an ally permanently. So she was a tough battle, and I appreciate that too. If I didn't level up or anything like that. And so I'm sorry, I'm my throat kind of got dry right there, but telling her about the Inquisitrix and everything, she's like, oh, you made it with one of the highest elves. So, the reunion was bittersweet, but now I'm like, I kind of went the Game of Thrones route, where, like, I'm having, like, different children. I'm having children from different women. So, and I was thinking, like, and I'm putting it to the test where, like, okay, look, the princess and I are gonna be married and become king and queen, and that's gonna be the main kid that's gonna inherit everything. But all these other kids, they're gonna be there as insurance, because my daughter, my Naga daughter, is the great calamity, and I'm not going to be strong enough. I know I'm not going to be strong enough, and I need help, and I need so much help, because I know that I'm gonna have to kill my daughter, There's no way around it. She's possessive to the point where she snuck in. She snuck in and put the princess in a light coma, and she's openly threatening me. Not in a, and it's eerie. She's not upset. She's taking joy out of this, where she's literally saying to me like, I will come for you one night when you're all alone, and stuff like that. I think we lost Kate.
Sorry about fucked me over.
Oh no, it's okay. And I'm sorry. Where was I? Oh, and she's oh my god, she's a whole can of worms. So I'm trying to watch my back, and I'm in the section where I had to deal with diplomacy and all that after retaking the throne, and what to do with the princess's brother and stuff like that. It's gonna be interesting, and I hope I haven't beaten yet, but I hope that this is the stuff I hope that my dream, what I'm trying to do is like with this route at least, is that most of the family can gather in forces and just stop the the second great calamity from happening. But there's this theory too where we think the only reason why the first great calamity ended was because the Naga from that time killed herself, because I'm thinking she possibly killed herself, the first one, I mean, because by, I don't know, just because there was nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do. She had done everything, or just got bored of everything, and just went ahead and just off herself. That's a theory. That's a theory. But I had made one of my strongest allies, as in like one of my higher ranking allies, which deals with the finances and everything. I'm making her into basically the lead, the main lead of this land. Therefore, we can have a better alliance and have stronger numbers. So I'm gearing up everything. I'm gearing up everything for when my daughter begins to strike. So I'm just like, dude, here we go, man. Here we go. The sins of the father coming to haunt him. So that's the game I've been playing, Ravager. There's some other things I want to talk about, but this is the storyline I've developed for myself so far. So I can't wait, dude, to just see that route to the end. So yeah, that's what I've been playing so far, and I'm gonna play it again tomorrow, which is basically tonight. So not after the stream, but later on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a lot. I got
Yeah.
That's a hentai game, by the way. That's a hentai game. And I was like, dude, there's so many. I don't like when, especially with these hentai games. I don't like. I understand that the basis of them is for have sex with all these different female characters and everything, but I really appreciate the game, those type of games, a lot more when they don't really force it, and you can it's literally an RPG. You can do whatever you want, and the consequences
Oh, yeah.
will be very different. I can really appreciate those. So this one is a high tier A+ for me. From me, I mean, again, you can go however route. You can hook up with these girls, or heck, there's even, it's not even just girls. There's literally this one femboy, and there's literally this one femboy in my group. But oh my gosh, man, this dude is like a conspirator or something. I got my eye on him too. I got my eye on this guy because he has a history with this warlock that's on my team and also the elf witch, but it's not like in a favorable light. But it seems like he's working with the evil witch, the elf witch, to like overthrow me or something like that. I don't know, but I'm keeping him close because that's a potential enemy right there. I already know who my enemies are, but this guy I don't know, and what's his deal is the reason why he looks like that is because the elf witch and the warlock were like performing tests on him. He and I think also was that with him, I think that his father was like the previous dragon he served. I'm thinking that's the case because it seems hearing because there is voice acting, hearing and reading all this stuff that what he says and what those two are saying. It's like, okay, I'm kind of connecting some dots here. It seems like he served his this dragon who was also his father, but I don't know if he was the one who killed him, if he killed his father or it was someone else. I don't know. But this game is very game. It can get very Game of Thrones like, and I'm not even a Game of Thrones guy, but man, it's the dialogue. The dialogue you got to pay attention to sometimes. It's not all about just, oh, I'm gonna bang these women and do whatever I can. No, this stuff I'm just happy. I'm happy that I actually found another game like that is just awesome. Like, my God, dude! Like I can't wait. I can't wait to like get all my forces together and we just go against the Great Calamity, which is my daughter. Oh, dude, that's gonna be good. I hope it goes that route at least. All right, that's enough for me. Kind of sounds like one of my what ifs for my original series I am making, dude. Bro, absolutely, man. So yeah, Kate. I know that was a mouthful right there.
Oh no, I understand. Like I've had a couple of experiences with like visual novels and RPGs, so I totally get the story loving part. Even
I
if it does seem perverted, like there's this one game that I've like recently played and it was just like some people might think it's more in the aspect of focusing on the kink that it's focused on, which yeah, it's that, but it's got like a lot of lore connected to it. And I pretty much focus on that more so than the actual kink itself. Like it fades over time. You get what I mean? Like it feels weird
yeah
like saying that, but it's like when you encounter it, you start taking it seriously. It's just like it loses the thing. It loses that vibe for it. Whatever. I just mostly look into everything and anything, as long as it's not super fucking weird. Like I'm not too sure where that end would be, but I don't want to know where that end is.
yeah no I there was there was there was again this there was also there was a game that again it was a hentai game, but it was claiming it was RPG, and it probably was, and the animation was pretty good. I won't lie, the animation looked pretty darn good, like like high quality style anime
Oh
like,
yeah,
and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna be like this dude who's gonna be fighting these chicks and making a harem and all that, right? So I'm
yeah,
like, okay, we're gonna test the RPG. It's basically kind of like Ravager, but not at the same time. And when I went to, when I was playing it, I'm just literally the opening scene. Literally, the opening scene was two women, right?
yeah.
And one had a cock. and that one was banging the other. And I'm
That's
like,
kind
why is it showing this? So I'm like, the voice acting is 10 out of 10, the animation is a 10 out of 10, but I'm like, I'm confused. Like, why are we showing this? It's like, is one of them like my sister, and I'm about like encounter like walking on them? No, 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 no. I'm the one.
yeah.
I'm playing as the one who's the Fuda,
Oh.
and I'm like, wait. And I'll admit I didn't like pay attention when I was reading the description and everything. I just saw the RPG, and also I was kind of distracted by the girls too. But anyway, I digress. I I was trying. I was so like, okay, all right. I'm playing as a Fuda. Already not liking it. Already not liking it. But I'm like, okay, look, I'm not gonna be too harsh on it. I'm gonna try, right? So I'm kind of like getting into the role of it, and like, yeah, there's a lot of options of like characters you can talk to, which was the cool part. But then like, I just I couldn't. I had to stop. I got to another scene, but it was like this Fuda. It was literally like this Fuda demoness in shackles, but she was like she was like forced to breed with one of these other characters and stuff,
Oh.
and it wasn't like it it wasn't like, I don't know. I had to stop. I'm like, I can't do this. I don't do Fudas. I can't. So I ended up refunding that game. I was like never, and that stopped me actually. It's called Vagrant. I have nothing against Vagrant, other than the Fuda stuff, but like, that literally stopped me from like playing those type of games ever for a good while. And this is like back in like fall of last year. So I'm just now getting right back into stuff again. I'm really getting right back into the hentai RPG stuff. Just like, okay, what are some new additions or some games I haven't seen, basically, that's been out for a good while, but they actually are role playing games that are not with Fudas and all that.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, that I was let's just say I was kind of scarred.
Oh, I totally get what you mean.
I
I
wasn't
remember this
expecting
one
that.
anime that has me questioning whether or not I was like sleeping or something. But I remember a specific YouTuber actually, she talked about it. And when I finally found it, like online, I've only seen a few clips. I still sit here and wonder, how the fuck was I not like questioning myself when I was watching this? Like, it wasn't anything horribly weird, but it's just like the best way I can kind of sum it up is like some kind of, okay, so some kind of guy knight, like male knight, somehow gets killed and is brought into like, I would say a school for girls or some shit, like a Catholic school. I don't know why I said Catholic, Christian focused school or something. I don't know. And basically he's a girl now. And then it goes into weirder stuff and something about time travel. And you hear
Time
what I'm saying?
travel,
Yeah,
that makes it even more complex.
it's weird. It's weird. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me, and it pisses me off because I honestly want to see what was the big deal with that. But all I can remember from the YouTuber who basically said that her grandma, or maybe it was other relative, gave her this videotape that had this anime, and she watched it. And again, it sounds really, really crazy.
I look. I've seen some abstract stuff. I play some abstract stuff too. So I'm just. I gotta know now what the
Me
hell
too.
that
I've been
was.
trying to look for it for like years, but I can't remember what it was called.
That sounds like a fever dream.
It does sound like a fever dream, and I think there was I think there was a bit of hentai in it. I could be wrong. That could probably be the fact that there's a lot of other anime that seems identical, and I probably like mixed it up with that because when looking for it, I always seem to bump into that, and it's just ridiculous. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, man, there's, don't be surprised when it comes to stuff with me. I'm you guys know what I make. You guys seen it. You guys totally seen it. So thank you guys for at least knowing what I do. And so I'm giving you more confirmation of yeah, this guy definitely played a Fuda game without even knowing it was one. Now you guys know that bit of my life right there. And I wish I didn't encounter that game. I totally wish I didn't.
Wait, what's a Fuda game? What?
That game I was telling you about, that Vagrant.
Can you can you like simplify it so I can kind of like get hit in the face with a rock and be like,
When I was
oh, that's what it is.
no, when I was giving you guys the story of the opening scene with the two girls and one of them was a Fuda.
You mean like the dude with like one of the girls with the dick?
Yeah,
That's a Fuda?
yeah, that's a Fuda. Yep, that is a Fuda. Yep.
Oh. Me having my like fucked up moment of being like, what the hell?
I really
What?
thought I sincerely thought I was like the brother of one of them or something, and I just thought I was gonna walk in on them and be like, oh, this is a bad time, but no, I'm literally playing as the Fuda.
Oh no!
Yes, that was let me show you. The if it's not gonna be explicit, let me show you. I'm not showing you the scene. I'm not showing you the
Why
scene.
am I thinking of that one TikTok clip or like video clip that you hear in general that goes like, oh no, oh no, oh no,
No,
oh
yeah,
no, oh
yeah,
no.
yeah. That's exactly how I felt right there.
Oh
I was
god.
like, I was like, no way. I was like, that's what I get for not paying attention. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of small. It's really small. Hold on, let me see if I could do something. Oh, here we go. So this is it right here. This is Vagrant, the Lustful Temptation, episode 1, and yeah, that's this character with the cat ears. That's the character that you play as. Right
Oh.
there. The one with the pink hair. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to look at that again.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a Fudo cat girl.
Oh.
And let me get to Slash. I thought about an idea where my MC ended up with one of his main villain's daughters after she went through a redemption arc and grew and developed a relationship and got married and had I was thoroughly surprised. I was thoroughly surprised to see that this high elf that I forcibly had relations with was more than willing to work with me on things, and she was saying she was saying and admitting like she should be more like angry and hurt, but she really wasn't, and she just wanted to focus on our daughter. I was like, dude, that's a complex character right there. I thought she was just gonna be the trope of, oh, I'm gonna mind control you and all this and that. Like I'm gonna be this vixen who, no, she was complex, dude. That was, and I honestly, there's been some, like, I've literally been fighting with myself, like, not to make her queen, because she's a good character. She's I was like, dude, I want to make her queen so bad. I do. I like this character. But no, I had to tone myself down, dude. Anyway, I'm sorry. Wait, did you just say you once played a food? Yeah, I did. I did once play a food game on accident called Vagrant: The Lustful Temptation. I was not paying attention to it, like
The description.
Yeah, I was not paying attention to what description what said, other than it said RPG, and I was seeing all the girls, and I was like, this actually looks good. I had a male moment where I went completely blind for lust, and and also wonder as well, and mainly just lust, but a little bit of wonder, and that scene I is burning in my memory. Like, dude, what? Imagine my shock. You guys, I'm glad you guys weren't like just to see my face. Like, I'm glad. I'm like, dude, oh my gosh, dude, I was just so dumbfounded. I was like in awe when I saw that. I was like, I was that character. Again, the animation was good. The voice acting was great. The waifus were 10 out of 10. But I just then when I went, like, after I refunded it, and I went back to the thing, because I was, like, okay, what is this game all about again? So I read it, and it was like, it had the LGBTQ tag in there and food. I'm like, I didn't see the whole food. It really didn't say anything outright about you being a Fuda. It only had like the tag in there where, like, oh, it's Fuda. It doesn't mention it anywhere else. It doesn't. It doesn't even show, like, I don't think it even shows, like, the main character having relations with other characters. I don't think it shows it, and, like, not, it doesn't show her face. It, like, it would show, like, parts of her body, but I didn't realize that until it was too late. But yeah, that was an experience. That was something. Okay, I'm done talking about that game. Can we talk about something else? Oh my gosh, I'm like, my gosh, I don't know. I tried out Fears of Fathom. Have you ever heard of that one?
I feel like I have. Fears to Fathom. Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, the where you're literally playing out people's basically the worst days of their life, where it's scary, horror
Oh
game,
yeah.
basically. So I played a little bit of the first episode, getting used to the whole mouse and keyboard trick of, like, moving. I played on mouse and keyboard before, but I'm not good with movement. I'm not. So I've been kind of like alternating between that and the controller. And the controller version is not really supported with the first one. I mean, I don't know if it's supported with all the other episodes, but the first one for sure is not supported that well. And I liked it. I need to get back into it. It just didn't really. I like it, but it doesn't grip me, and I wish it gripped me. I like how interactive it is with with the people who tell their stories online, and is actually being made into such things. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's actual way to keep a game, like, just have it, give it that longevity. I don't think a game like that would ever stop existing because there's so many stories to tell. There's so many ways to, like, kind of have fun with it too, with the Easter eggs it has, but also it's just, it's good. I think that's pretty cool. Uh, Slash. So, what stories had people been coming up with? What do you mean, Slash?
Are you
Like,
like asking us what we've been up to, or are you asking about what we've been seeing people mostly focus on for genres? Or I don't know. I have no idea. Oh damn it, Evie.
because it's a good. I mean, that's a good question, but I'm just trying to figure out what you mean though. Like us or someone else. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I actually enjoy this. This is pretty nice. This has been a good stream.
Oh yeah.
Maybe next time we should return to reading creepy pastas.
Ooh, that sounds like a good one.
Yeah, we already did Jeff the Killer. We did the Russian sleeping this Russian sleep experiment. I think, did we do a third one? If there's a third one, I can't remember what the third one was.
I think we read it all.
No. I mean, did we read Slender Man? Did we read what what else? There was a third one. I think there was a third one. If not, I'm totally misremembering.
Hmm.
But the two ones I do know for sure is Jeff the Killer and the Russian sleep experiment.
Yeah, those were pretty much the mashed potatoes back then. Trying to think of other popular creepypastas that would work well in that category. Are we like looking to do more bad ones, or are we looking to do more like
I mean, ones that are known, bad or good.
good point, good point. There was 1999.
Oh, 1999. Yeah,
You
that'd be a
remember
good
that
one.
one,
That would be a good one. That would be a
right?
good one.
It's just like in the back of my mind, it kind of leaves me with a bad taste in my mouth. Not in, like it's good, but like the ending just it felt dissatisfying.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
Like I understand like the whole point of it is to like keep alive, updates and such here and there, and then you just stop, and it's up to the person to interpret that. Like I'm very much into like the artsy and different type of endings than what you're usually used to. But that just for that specific story, it just felt kind of like a slap in the face. Like we'll never know what happens.
Yeah. Oh, like what manga or comics you thought about writing?
Oh.
Oh, Kate, do you want to go first?
Oh no, you can go first. My mind's still trying to comprehend what I even wrote last time.
I mean, look, I'm no stranger to adult dark fantasy or mature dark fantasy. I'm no stranger to it. So anything I like write or want to write is gonna fall in the realm of it's gonna fall into the realm of sex, but not and this is not me trying to like sound like a guy like who's like the upper echelon of like, oh yes, I know what to do because these peons don't understand. Like, no. It will fall into the realm of that because there's just different dynamics of it. And I'm not talking about intimacy. I'm talking about also gender, male and female. Yeah, there I want to show not even just show. I want to actually understand the depth of that stuff with characters that I create. And it goes, this links back to me with the artwork that I commission or have been drawn. I don't draw, but have them be drawn. Is that I don't do commissions that show like, a man mounting a woman or a woman on top of a man, or these different positions. Like, look, I try to have taste at least with my thing, and I try to show like there's a story to it. Yes, there's eye candy. Yes, there's eye candy, but I also want to convey emotions with it as well. And again, I know I might sound like I'm trying to explain too many things. I'm trying my best not to, but this is how I think. And let me show you something. It ain't gonna be explicit because it's literally just a work in progress. Oh, I'm about to hold on. Gotta mute myself. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So when it comes to stuff like this, hold on, let me make sure I don't do anything crazy to my Okay, cool. So when it comes to stuff like this right here, I can't show you too much, but Kate has seen the full thing, and it's not really explicit. It's literally Zansakia with with her man, the Damonite or D Knight, and they're in bed together, and of course she's naked, but she's cuddling up to him. And like, oh, and you guys, some people will be like, and they're valid for asking questions like this, like, oh, why is she naked but he's not? That's a valid question. And that's what I want you to think. I want you to think, because it's like, what's happening here? Why is he just fully clothed? And not a lot of people know this about the Damonite, but everything about him, well, his clothing and his helmet, everything that he wears is designed to basically keep him together. Without it, he's gonna be falling apart. He's like a Frankenstein's monster almost. And in this version of him that I somewhat remade, this version of him, and I put the little captions, the absence is love, work in progress. But anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. It's to show that, like, she's the comforter, basically. She's the one who's helping keep himself together. And this is a new, during this version of themselves, this is the present version of themselves, where she's this cat girl abbess, and he's this basically this knight with a suit and tie and helm. But when sorry, hold on, I wanted to show you guys this one, if I could find it. If I can't find it and it's taking me too long, well, I'm just gonna say that I tried. Come on. Hopefully it's not gonna that too long ago. But I like the little symbolisms of with stuff like that. And I love it when I see other people's art, and it's not just some people just these characters having sex, and it's gratuitous, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it does get repetitious. Yes, there's the characters are different, yada yada, but stuff like this. Okay, here we go. Open image. Let me stop sharing this one. Let me go over here because I don't have it actually in my folders. But this right here. This is the previous version of them. Yes, I know she got some. Her tatas are kind of out, but this is what this is the previous version of them, where she's not the cat girl Abyss, but she's the priestess. She's the priestess, and he's the skeletal knight, or the skeletal knight known as the Proditor. And you could tell that he got armor on. He has his spiked up armor, but it follows a similar role where she's joyful to be with him, and he's relaxed, and she's taking on that role of being the comforter, basically. So it's the same story. It's the same story, but they're different over the years. And it's I want to show that character growth, basically, or that character development, whichever one you want to see it as. It's stuff like this that I really like. Again, she, of course, with her being a priestess, ancient priestess. I mean, they're not gonna be wearing much clothing. And him, on their end, he's this warrior, this warrior, so he's gonna be armored up. So again, it's not like, oh, you're just doing this to show sexualize the female characters and all, blah blah blah. It ain't that deep. Not to me, it ain't that deep. It's just that I like pretty characters. I do. I like women. I mean, it's a no-brainer with what I'll be going, but I also want to tell, again, I also want to show and tell what's going on here. It's just, it don't have to be, I'm not trying to be like this pseudo intellect about things. It's just, I like when people have these questions. So, and I love this stuff, man. It's a reflection of these characters, what they've been through, how you see them. The times change, they change. It's not like, oh, the time changed and they're still the same type of person. No, they change as well. That's is in reflection of a relationship. When you think about, think with, I'm not trying to get too deep with people's parents, but think with people, the families and stuff. With the parents, the mom and dad, before they even became a mom and dad, they were just a boyfriend and girlfriend, or before that they were just friends. Then it became a boyfriend and girlfriend. Then they became husband and wife, and then they became parents. It's stuff like that. It's like through they change. There's change throughout time. And that's what I like right there, man. I like that. I like it when we have these when I have these couples that there's this dynamic to them. I don't want them to always be stand still and all that. I just, it kind of, it just, you can go so far. You can only go so far, so long with that type of stuff. You can, without telling the same story again, I guess. Maybe I could be looking at it the wrong way, but yeah. Anyway, Kate, you got anything?
Yeah, I was just kind of looking back at my other stuff and basically recalled the one idea that I'm on the verge of actually pushing through with. I just need to redesign a few things here and there, but it's something. It's something. Mostly with
Something.
yes, mostly with the elements of modern stories and mixing it up together a little bit. Oh god. How do I explain this? A supernatural sort of Scooby Doo for adults. No, it's not going into the hentai zone. Hell no. I mean, if you want to think about that with the characters. But like honestly, it's just like it's all about me figuring out whether or not I want to go down that route. But if you want to see the characters, like I do have them up on my art fight page right now. I can probably show you my if you want me to like share the screen real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so honestly, I have a crap ton of characters, but I can definitely introduce you to them real quick for the end of the stream. So what I was basically focused on is bringing back this one character that won't leave me the hell alone because honestly, why would he? So the series I'm currently working on is about this demon that's somehow been summoned to a mental hospital, and it's up to a group of supernatural investigators to help him fulfill what he needs to do for this, summoning. Because he wasn't summoned by these teenagers, he was summoned by somebody else a decade before, leaving him stuck in the mental hospital, and all he wants to do is get the hell out. But yeah, his name is Ben, but I gave him his full name is Ebenezer because I freaking love that name, and I figured why the hell not. His design is like iffy with me. This is my attempt last year. This is my attempt last year to kind of go with the direction. And oh my fucking god, the hands, the hands. Oh god, the hands. I was so focused on the jacket details that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna focus on other things, and then I just whenever I see this piece, I hate it to pieces so fucking much. It's mostly because of the hands. If I just got my select tool and just cut them off, shrink them, I would, but I'm way too lazy for that. So he's the main character of them all. And then we have these other characters, Lydia Lance, because oh my god, I wouldn't really call her
I like
goth.
her. I like her design.
It's something I was really inspired by one of my favorite shows, and then I was like, I need this character design. I need this character design, but I don't want to rip it off completely. So I just started experimenting with different elements, and then it came to this. It became this, and I was like, I was satisfied. Basically, she is one of the investigators for the supernatural group. I honestly, when I wrote these mini profiles down here, it's like crazy. But yeah, the investigating group is a bunch of college teenagers. Well, not college teenagers. College students. Because honestly, trying to do this to a bunch of high schoolers would be like really fucking weird. And that way you can kind of experiment with a lot of things. Go from like, if it's like very gory and creepy, then you can go into there. Or if you really want it to be a slice of life, you can have those moments. Because I feel like as we get to that age, it's like the 20s is a messy time. I feel like that's the element where you're exposed to a lot of sexual themes, but then you're also exposed to a lot of like ideas of what an adult should be, that kind of thing.
Yeah, the roaring 20s. I know, not the 1920s, but age 20 on up.
Yeah. And you can obviously tell who I was inspired by when I made this character. His name is Drake. And I was honestly inspired by like Tom Holland, and I was like, yeah, I can imagine Tom Holland playing this character. He's like a freaking Drake is a freaking scaredy cat. Like he's a good videographer, but he hates everything having to do with spookiness, but he's the only one that the leader knows. And the leader is not Lydia. We'll get to him in a moment. This is actually Aiden, the guy behind the channel. And I was like, it's kind of like it's kind of funny because like I was thinking of their YouTube name or video channel name being something like Scary Beach Shirts or something, because he's always seen in a beach shirt.
Like, yeah.
It's kind of
He
funny.
would strike me as that type of character.
Yeah, he has no fashion sense whatsoever.
I
But yeah,
don't know. I think it's pretty fashionable for a guy like him.
well, it could probably work, yeah. But I kind of was like trying to figure out what to do, and I was like, you know what? It would be kind of funny to have a character wearing a beach shirt, because I always loved the character. Like, this is gonna be a weird comparison, but I was like, every time I think of like anyone wearing a beach shirt, it always goes back to like Grandpa Max from like Ben 10, and I'm like, what if there was
Oh
like
yeah.
a
Oh
college
yeah.
kid wearing these kind of shirts,
Yeah.
walking around campus, being all like, super frustrating to deal with, because he's like, we got to get the channel up, we got to do this, we got to do that, and his like more focused on the fame idea is like a counterpart to Ebenezer or Ben trying to like balance out his idea of what his goal is in the entire series, because Ben not only needs to fulfill that goal of finding out what he needs to do because he can't find his summoners, but he wants to become a detective, and that's what pulls the series into like a bunch of dumb bullshit that happens here and there. But the next character is actually one of my favorites, because she is definitely one of my how do I word this? Like, I was trying to experiment with like different body types, and during this time I was like, she would definitely be the kind of person who would be way too tall for most ideas of like what a woman should be should be looking out like. But yeah, this is Peyton, kind of the what's the word? I guess the manager of the web page and shit and other technical
All the
blogging stuff. So she's kind of like in that category.
social media manager.
Yeah. And it's just like,
Yeah, I could see that. She reminds
yeah.
me of Daphne.
That's the vibes I was going for. I didn't want to like, originally I was like, oh, we can go with like a lilac color scheme, and I was like, wait, no, no, no. Daphne will always be Daphne. I gotta give her Peyton her own thing. And she does. It took me a while to get to this like color scheme, because I was like working the hell out with like my other friend, and he was like, green's not working, this like blue wasn't working. Originally I was
Really?
gonna, yeah, we
Really?
were going for blue, and we were kind of stuck on it for a while, and then it was just like, what if you chose this like pink color? Like, he was sending me these like different shades of pink, and I was like, oh, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that little bit of fuchsia
Yeah.
violet almost. Yeah.
But yeah, she's kind of the annoying one of the group as well, but not in the way where it's like in your face like Ebenezer or Aiden. No, she's just like, she's kind of the daily annoyances, and it kind of works with Drake in his confident issues, because she's just like, she notices when people take advantage of his kindness, and she's like, okay, stop being a fucking mat, like, you're gonna get your ass kicked. And it doesn't look cute on you, it does not.
At least
But
she
yeah,
means well.
yeah. Probably one of the first characters I've thought of that wasn't intentionally going to be this way, because originally she was originally this other kind of annoying character that I later turned into a different thing for something else. But originally she was supposed to be a jock, like super annoying jock kind of guy.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh, what if I did something different? And I was just like, nobody's gonna really notice at first because it's like, who would? Who would? You'll eventually people will glue everything together once you see her height comparisons with other people, and it's like, oh, okay, okay. But yeah, she's kind of the first trans female characters I have, and it's just like, I always hate the kind of things that people put in for like the stereotypes, and I was like, what if I kind of went with the full-on girl there? But here's our next character. She's kind of a late addition because I was like originally just debating about it. But I kind of thought, since Drake is always a pushover, what if he had a sister that was kind of the main reason why he was a pushover? Kind of an evil child. Like, I was thinking of Mandy from Billy and Mandy when I was
Oh
making
my
this
god.
character. And she's just like, she knows everybody and everyone's problems. Wait, everything and everybody's problems, and she just doesn't care. She could give two fucks less, and it's like, honestly, she's just one of my favorite characters to have designed as of recently, because I never thought I could actually do a like frilly dress for any mean girl character, and then I'm like, well, obviously I'm looking in the wrong way of making her seem like she's acting out if she's like already this brat, but like, what if she was a brat with style?
Yeah, I do like the style. I do.
But yeah, sorry for that rambling there. I was just like, I enjoyed it way too much.
Hmm.
I do have other characters, guys, but they're honestly, I would be pretty excited to like talk about any of them, but like, honestly, I don't want to like ramble too much.
Yeah, I
But
totally
yeah.
get it.
But yeah, I'm currently working on trying to figure out how to make that happen. It's just a matter of rewriting the original script, which it's barely completed, but it's got something there. It's got something there.
We
Yeah.
can't wait to see it, Kate. Can't wait.
I'll eventually show you what I have in later time when I actually can figure out the ending for it, because I think when I was trying to make the original, I was like, oh shit, this seems predictable. This seems really fucking predictable.
Yeah. No,
Anyways, that's a good 3 hour stream.
it was. My gosh, 3 hours. We made it. Ooh.
I cannot wait to collapse and sleep
Same
in the
here.
next few hours.
See, just finishing this one off. Slash, I kind of thought making a fan fiction that undoes One More Day basically gives the middle finger to Modern Marvel, and for their ways of keeping on pissing us Spider-Man fans off. Look,
Don't even get me started. Don't. Nope.
look, I'll say this. I don't remember One More Day, and I'm glad I don't remember it, or I never read it. Either way, I think you have a better time just uh focusing on your own creations, your own writing, dude. I'm not saying you.
Yeah, just focus on that. It's
Yeah.
clinging to the past. It just kind of fills a lot of people with negativity. Like, just look at any toxic part of the fandom and look at them and ask yourself, do you want to be known as that one guy who always talks about it. I'm not saying you're talking about it all the time, but like think about it.
Hey, it's your choice though. It's your choice. Me
Understand.
personally, yeah, me personally, I wouldn't uh do all that. I wouldn't even make fan fiction. Even with some of my the games I love, the ones I really like Final Fantasy 15 and all, I wouldn't make fan fiction of them, even though they desperately need to be rewritten. The story needs to be rewritten to a point, but
When you write something, it has to be more from the passion of your love for that, not so the fact of doing it to spite someone. I learned that the hard way. Like, I can tell you so many stories of high school, early college Kate who couldn't fit in and wrote a lot of bad stories because she was pissed off so and so didn't talk to her that day or this or that. Like, I can tell you from a person who used to cling to it, it's not worth writing if you're not passionate about it. It really isn't. It wears you out. It makes you question whether or not you're actually doing this because you like it or because your hatred is more stronger, and it it wears you out more if you're using hatred more so than actually being happy about writing it. Like usually people can tell, and then they get to it, and then it attaches, and then it spreads into an unneeded cycle, in my personal opinion.
yeah, and you don't want to be like a certain person on who Kate used to interview a lot. You don't want to be like
Ooh,
a certain
yeah, do
person
not.
when it comes to doing things out of spite. You don't want that. You trust me. That not only wastes your time but everyone else's time. But yeah, man, just do the things that you think will be more beneficial to you, and that's all I can say. I'm not no expert, and just go with what you think is right, man. You are the captain of of your life and what you create.
We'll see you at the next port, dude. Or is it dock? Port or dock?
No, you got it. It's the port.
Yeah, I'm bad at like some sea terminology, so I'm horrible at remembering things. So I'm glad I got that right.
Yes. All right. Guess it's a good time to end it. Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks, Kate, for being here, and
No prob.
see you guys all possibly next Friday. We'll see if we do decide to do next Friday. We'll definitely try to do more of the creepy pasta stuff. I don't mind. I don't mind doing a little bit of voice acting. All right. See you later. Ciao.